First, I'm gonna shout out everybody that do YouTube videos because this shit irritating. I probably didn't took like 20 takes because I just don't like none of them, and it's just irritating me because I just want to get this video out. Like, it's already so overdue. So I'm gonna try one more time. Okay, boom, straight to the video. So, what's up, YouTube? This video is gonna be about my awakening journey. Um, Basically, in 2017, I went through this tragic breakup, and I was crying for months and months and months and months, and I started coming across a lot of spiritual things. I don't think at the time I was like actually realizing it, but I was speaking with my best friend about some of the things, and she was like, "Oh, my friend knows about that stuff." I'm like, "Okay." So one day I drove up to this gas station and I was at Pump 7. I'm like, okay. So again, I pull up Pump 7. I'm like, okay, like, maybe this is just like a little coincidence. So I pull up again, Pump 7. I'm like, okay. So then I'm driving, I see 777. I'm like, all right, you feel me? And then so again, I come to the same gas station. I see a car at Pump 7. I'm like, oh, I'm not going to be able to get Pump 7 today. But as I'm driving up, what happens? Pump 7 gets available. So I'm like, okay. So same thing happened. I just keep getting Pump 7. No matter where I go, I just happen to get Pump 7. And then so I'm like, okay, is there a meaning to this? So I looked it up on YouTube and I came across angel numbers, and I'm like, like, so I started looking into them more and started kind of applying what they were saying, like, to my actual life. So I was doing that, and I was having a conversation with my best friend. My best friend called me middle of the conversation because we were texting, and I'm like, is everything okay? Like, because usually, like, we only call each other when it's really something serious. And then she was crying. I'm like, oh my God, are you okay? And she was like, God just told me that you're awakened. I'm like, what? He's like, God told me that you're awakening. I'm like, well, what does that mean? She's like, I don't know. She was just like, that's just what God just told me. And I'm just like, okay. Like, so at first I was just like, I don't know. Like, it's kind of weird. But it was like as if information just started coming to me. Like anything I would ask myself, I would get the answer. Like on YouTube or like through TV, or I'll be out somewhere and somebody would say it, or like I'll see it. It was just really weird, and I didn't know what to like make of it at first. But my life started changing. Like I started to feel better when I was actually applying the angel numbers, like to my life and stuff like that, to like my thinking. I started working out. I started gaining weight, which I wanted to do. Then I started school. I started going to college. I started to do all that. I got a good job, better job. Everything was falling like perfectly in line. Like my life was just so perfect. Like at the time, I started meditating, and that opened up. Oh my God! When I started meditating, it's just more and more and more and more information would just come in, just spill in, and like on YouTube, it would just be so many videos just popping up. It was like crazy, and I remember I started watching. I think New Breed is the first person I started watching his videos. Then it was Marcus Rogers, and then Spiritual Soul. And I really liked Spiritual Soul because he resonated with me more because we were kind of like on the same, mental path of this awakening stuff. I feel like we kind of awakened around the same time. And yeah, so I was just, trying to tell everybody, like, hey, yo, like, you could really do this and do this. And, like do this, you'll change your way of thinking. Like, your life will change. Like, I was just so on it, just so eager to show people. And it's like, you just gonna get hurt. You just gonna be disappointed in so many people because it's like everybody's on a different path. And you'll start to notice that once you get deeper into your awakening. Like your awakening takes you on so many different battles like in life. Like you're gonna go through so much shit. It's like a roller coaster in a way, but a good roller coaster. Like even the bad times is really good because you're learning so much during them. Because people like to just think like, oh, when you awaken, it's just like, oh, everything's perfect and stuff like that. Like, no, if anything, you get attacked way more because you are awakened, because you know this knowledge, because you have it within you. And I am a person that believes in God. I definitely believe in God. And I'm going to leave that at that, because that's for a whole nother video if you guys want to talk about that. But yeah, so far on this journey, it's been amazing. It's been crazy. And then on top of that journey, I have my own personal journey of like having, I don't even know if I want to say this, but it's just, I have visions, a lot of visions. They come to me in various different ways. And there's other little things that I notice within myself that I have. I can sense things very easily. I can read people very easily. And there's something else about me too that I don't know if I want to speak on just yet. If I get more subscribers to my channel, maybe I'll start talking more about my personal life and my personal self. So it's my first video. I don't know how I did. I'm probably gonna go back and watch this and be like, but I'm gonna post it anyway because it's too long and it's me, it's the real me, and I'm not gonna change for nobody. So hopefully you guys like this, and yeah, so I'm out.